while we're waiting, Commissioner McHugh wanted to say a joke. No, I'm teasing. I put him on the spot. That's a good. All right, we are calling the meeting to order. Again, it's great to have everybody here. Sorry we've run a little bit late. Really, it's great to have everybody here. We're celebrating a lot of people, and we're happy to be here with you all. And we'll do roll call.
Certainly. Mayor Brook,
Here.
Vice Mayor Mateo Bowen. Here. Commissioner Sarah.
Present.
Commissioner Simmons.
Here.
Commissioner McHugh.
Here.
City Manager Givens.
Here.
Senior Deputy City Attorney Whitaker.
Here.
Thank you.
All right, if everybody would please rise. Please join us for a moment of silence for whomever might be in your hearts. Thank you all so much. We have with us several beautiful pledgers here. Penelope Horman, first grader from Maplewood Elementary. Very nice to see you. And we have Zoe Bianchini, Westchester Elementary, first grade. And we have Melanie Guzman, Eagle Ridge Elementary, third grade. Welcome, Melanie. And Bruno Guzman. And Bruno's a fifth grader in Eagle Ridge Elementary. All right, and we'll look at the flag over here, and on the count of three, you all can begin the pledge. 1, 2, 3.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That was fantastic. We have presents for you all. We're all going to come down and give you presents and take a picture with you, okay? And you can all be seated. Thank you.
Are you Penelope?
Nice to meet you, young man. How are you? You gotta take a picture? Don't be careful. For the lead presentation, do you want us down there, or do you want us back up here, Catherine? We can come down for that? Perfect. Okay. Very good. Typical fire. Doing great.
Should I sit in the middle? Okay.
All right, Elizabeth, you can take it away. You'll be center stage.
Excellent. This is very. I wasn't expecting such a big crowd, but that's okay.
You're gonna do just fine.
Thank you very much, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Commissioners. So I'm very, very excited to be here with you all this evening for this presentation. So as you may recall, Andrea and I actually provided you with an update on our Lead for Cities certification back in June. So for everyone else here in the audience, over the past few years, we put together a team in order to get the city certified for LEED. So this core team really included myself, Andrea Lemaitre from Budget and Sustainability, Tommy Guzman, that I have here right here from Community Development, as well as Logan Elia from Community Development. He was not able to be here with us this evening. So with this certification, even though we have our core team up here, this really was a citywide effort. It really included a lot of staff assistance from all departments within the city. So with that, we are very proud and very happy to formally announce that we have received gold level certification from USGBC, and we have a plaque and a short video for you to present tonight.
Wonderful. We're going to give you a round of
A LEED summary report of the submittal that we made in order to get this LEED Gold certification. So we're very, very happy and we're very, very proud of our efforts. Thank you.
applause. Thank you.
I think we have the video being queued up.
The City of Coral Springs is proud to announce that we are LEED Gold certified. This rating celebrates community-wide accomplishments and reinforces the city's commitment to enhanced quality of life. Here are some highlights of the work we proudly do in Coral Springs.
We make decisions that are not only environmentally sound, but financially and operationally smart. Through comprehensive planning, innovative zoning strategies, forward-thinking transportation and housing programs, we are creating a city that works better for everyone.
By strategically managing our infrastructure years in advance, we keep our streets safe and clean, reduce flooding, and support reliable and efficient energy systems.
We lead by example, offering services that reduce waste, conserve resources, and help residents do the same. Sustainability starts at home, and we're making it easier than ever.
We are committed to water conservation. We provide high-quality drinking water every day, and with a new state-of-the-art water treatment plant on the way, we're investing in future-ready solutions.
With 49 parks citywide, including community centers, sports fields, natural preserves, a community garden, and even a food forest, we're building a greener, healthier city. As a Tree City USA for over 40 years, we proudly protect and enhance our urban canopy and our open spaces.
And at the heart of it all, our people. We're committed to the safety, health, and well-being of every resident, business, and city employee.
This achievement reflects years of planning, teamwork, and dedication, but it's just the beginning. To learn more about our sustainability efforts and read the full LEED Gold Summary Report, visit our website.
Great job, staff. And at this point,
Well, I'm going to share a couple words because it takes a lot of work and a lot of collaboration to get here. And we have such a commitment to sustainability and to our environment, and this is a reflection of our commitment and a great achievement for our team. So congratulations and thank you so much. So our next recognition is for Honor Flight South Florida. So if you're part of Honor Flight, come on down. Mayor Brooke, nice to meet you.
Mike.
You're a veteran, Mike?
No, I'm not.
All right, well, thank you for doing what you do. Welcome, I'm Mayor Brooke, nice to meet you. welcome. Good to see you. John, thank you so much. Welcome, David. Thank you. Hey, Chris, how are you? Good to see you, too. Hey, Bob, God bless you. This is for you, Bob. I'm doing well. How are you? Thank you so much. I didn't bring it. That's all right. Beautiful. Of course, many times. Yeah, I'm glad that you're here.
On Veterans Day, I would like to be able to, under that pavilion, set up a little table. I won't
We're going to
be here,
make it
but I have
happen.
somebody else
No
coming.
problem.
Okay.
Hi, Bobby. Welcome. God bless you. Hi, Elaine. Mayor Brooke. Nice to meet you.
Make it easy on you guys.
All right, I like it. It helps. It helps. Yeah, I don't have my name. Eileen, Scott Brooke, nice to meet you. Bob, nice to meet you. And are you a veteran, Arlene? No. All right, but you support. That's wonderful. And yourself, Bob? All right. Well, we have a challenge coin to thank you, Bob.
That's terrific. Thank
My
you.
pleasure. My pleasure.
Do you have one of ours?
I'm not sure if I do, but I'll be there November 11th.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. John?
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you for your service.
Is it real gold?
Real gold. Any other veterans here? All right. This is for you. And Arnie? All right, Arnie. Great. Oh, my gosh. So I'm going to let them share a little bit about Honor Flight. So you have veterans that are here, and you have those that support our veterans through this amazing program. So Honor Flight is a 100% all-volunteer organization. It's dedicated solely to honoring all veterans in the Tri-County and Monroe area. And in the final chapters of their lives, it's a race against time to fly these amazing veterans to Washington, D.C., to visit and reflect at the memorials that are built in their honor. The first priority for a trip is given to World War II veterans. Terminally ill veterans of any service period may be given the same priority as WW2 veterans. And the veterans' one-day mission to Washington, D.C. includes round-trip airfare, deluxe bus transportation throughout Washington with police escorts, meals, commemorative T-shirts, and other amenities that they need to travel comfortably. The disabled veterans are also welcome, and we are honored that we have a strong relationship with Honor Flight. And I just want to say a special thank you to our veterans. So if you can raise your hand if you're a veteran. Wonderful. And then you see everyone that didn't raise their hand. They're supporting these veterans as volunteers for many, many, many days, many months, many years. So Carol, would you like to share more about Honor Flight? Mike. All right, there we go. Wonderful.
Thank you, Mayor. Thanks to the rest of you here tonight as well. For those of you that don't know, Honor Flight South Florida, as the mayor said, is a volunteer organization. We take veterans, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and those that fit in between to Washington, D.C. to see the memorials erected in their honor. We actually have a flight coming up on October 25th. I believe the number is 66 veterans that will be taken on October 25th to see their memorials. So we look forward to honoring any veteran that fits into that category. We do have a website, honorflightsouthflorida.org. If you'd like to go to the website, find out more about us. We're always looking for veterans. We're always looking for guardians, those folks that go and escort our veterans on the trip. And we also look for volunteers as well. So please go to honorflightsouthflorida.org and check us out. And again, thank you for your support. And thank you again, Mayor.
Our pleasure. Our Vice Mayor has a proclamation for you.
I'm going to read this proclamation to you all. This is a special recognition for the Honor Flight South Florida. The City of Coral Springs recognizes Honor Flight South Florida for their commitment to veterans in the City of Coral Springs and to the veteran community at large. Honor Flight South Florida fulfills a meaningful mission by providing veterans with the opportunity to visit the memorials in Washington, D.C. that were built in their honor. We, the City of Coral Springs, express our deep appreciation for your ongoing dedication to honoring those who have served our country. Signed, the entire commission.
Thanks for coming. I love the work you guys do. My father-in-law went out of Nashville. You'll read both. There's two of them. Okay. Yeah, you want to do both? Good with them?
As Honor Flight is departing, they reminded me on that evening when the veterans return, you can welcome them on October 25th. I'll make sure that we have the information on our website. Our website does connect to the Honor Flight website as well. And I only knew about this recently, and I'm the mayor for quite some time, so you probably didn't know about it. But if you want to honor these men and women that served our country, that have gone away, for the day and come back, and welcome them at the airport, it would be really, really special. And I'll make sure that we can get that information out. I believe it's 8 p.m. I'm not sure exactly where at the airport, but we'll find out and we'll let you know. Okay? All right, Commissioner Serra, take
Thank
it
you,
away.
Mr. Mayor. If I look in the audience, it looks like 40% of you are here for this special proclamation that we enjoy every year. And so I'm going to invite Prem Mapuri and his family. Prem is the Indian Regional and Cultural Center of Florida president, and along with his family. If you guys could please join us. Good. All right. Good to see you.
Hi, how are you? Nice to see you again. How are you?
And what's really cool about this proclamation for me is this beautiful family is my neighbor. So not only get to celebrate tonight, but they're just phenomenal people. So like I mentioned, every year we have a proclamation for Hindu Heritage Month in Diwali. Diwali.
It's pronounced Diwali. Spelled Diwali.
Yeah, I made that mistake last year. That's why I'm reading this proclamation. It's redemption.
Okay.
It's, no, I did it last year. That's why I'm reading this. Hinduism is the third largest religion in the world, with over 1 billion followers globally, accounting for 15% of the world's population. Approximately 4 million Hindu Americans reside across the United States, and Broward County is home to a substantial Hindu American community representing diverse ethnic backgrounds. Hindu Americans have particularly excelled in education, business, law, politics, information technology, medicine, and science, making important contributions to our nation's economy, growth, and well-being. Diwali, also called the Festival of the Lights, which we enjoyed last year. We appreciate the invitation that you extended to our city staff and commission, is celebrated by millions worldwide. The festival lasts 5 days and is observed with enthusiasm and joy. Diwali involves lighting homes and streets with oil lamps and candles to symbolize the victory of light over darkness and the triumph of knowledge over ignorance. Diwali holds deep cultural and spiritual significance, representing the victory of good over evil. Its message of tolerance, compassion, and the triumph of good resonate with the American spirit, serving as a unifying celebration that brings people from different backgrounds together to spread joy. So at this time, I'm going to turn over to the Vice Mayor that has a couple proclamations that which she would like to read to you.
Thank you, Commissioner Sarah. So, because I stand corrected, special proclamation for Diwali Festival of Lights. The city of Coral Springs recognizes the religious and historical significance of Diwali and its message of tolerance, compassion, and victory of good over evil, which resonates with the American spirit and encourages all its residents to join in recognizing the significance of this day. Therefore, we, the City Commission of Coral Springs, proclaim October 20th, 2025 as the Diwali Festival of Lights in the city of Coral Springs. Would you like to say a few words? I'll hold this.
Hold this for me? Oh, we got one more, actually.
Sure, Mayor, you want to do it?
I'll read this one, and you can share, Prem. So we also have a special proclamation for Hindu Heritage Month. Our city recognizes the contributions of Hindu Americans and shares your values of tolerance, pluralism, religious freedom, and respect for diversity of all faiths. And with that, the City Commission proclaims this month as Hindu Heritage Month. God bless you. And this is for you.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. And namaste. My name is Prem Mirpuri, and I have been a resident of Coral Springs for over 25 plus years, 26 years actually. I'm also a small business owner here in Coral Springs. My kids go to Coral Springs School, my entire family, all the other older kids also were in Coral Springs School. It's a wonderful city, it's a wonderful community to call home. And I'm really happy with all the changes that have been coming through the years, thanks to our wonderful leadership here. So thank you all. Mayor Brooke, Vice Mayor, our entire honorable commission here, city manager, city staff. On behalf of the Hindu American community here, I would like to say thank you. Thank you for the special recognition for Diwali, and thank you for recognizing Hindu Heritage Month for our community here. We greatly appreciate it, and it means a lot to all of us here. Let's give a round for our entire city staff here. Hinduism is one of the oldest religions worldwide, and as it was just mentioned, there are over 1.3 billion people worldwide that follow Hinduism. And we have millions right here in the United States. The fundamental principles and values of Hinduism are trust, selflessness, kindness, and respect to one another and all living things. Diwali is one of the biggest holidays that we celebrate in our Hindu community. Diwali celebrates the victory of good over evil, light over darkness, and it's a great reminder for us to lead our lives, allowing that light to come in and help us and guide us in the right direction. During the celebration of Diwali, we decorate our homes. We put all kinds of lights up, to brighten the entire house. We exchange gifts, sweets, And it's a wonderful celebration which we end with prayers for happiness, prosperity, and peace for everyone around us. I would like to say a special shout out to our school board, Broward County School Board. This is the first year where they approved the Diwali holiday for the entire Broward County school system. So from this year onwards, all our kids are going to have a chance to celebrate Diwali at home with our family and be able to do all the rituals and traditions that we've always done back home. So thank you to the school board. And on that note, I would also like to thank all our community leaders from various different organizations that have done a lot of advocacy for the Hindu American community, you know, whether it's on the school level, on the business level, on various aspects, and have worked with our local governments to see whatever best that they can do for the community. So thank you all that advocate for this. And lastly, I would like to mention IRCC has one of the largest Diwali events that's coming up, November 8th. It's the largest celebration where we have over 1,000 performers on stage doing various cultural dances. We have dance competitions for high school, for colleges, and several other cultural arts and crafts that you would see there. Of course, no Diwali event is good without any really delicious Indian food. So you're going to see a lot of Indian food there, a lot of clothes, jewelry, and it's a fun celebration. And it's practically right down the street. It's in Nova Southeastern University, November 8th, Rick Case Arena. For any more information, you can look up irccflorida.org. And it's a fun event with lots of good food. Can't beat that. So with that, I would just like to say thank you. Thank you for allowing us to be here. And thank you for this special recognition and proclamation. This is something that's for the entire community. So I would request, Mayor and the entire commission, if you could get the entire community up here for a quick moment. And let's share this special presentation.
I'm going to say no for the moment. We're going to take one quick picture of us, and then we'll take a couple minutes to accept your invitation.
Okay. Thank you.
You can. So, Kathy, you'll take one picture now. This is going to be a little bit easier.
Yes.
And then we'll accept this invitation. Okay, yep. Those parents will come down. Come in the center.
Can I take that from you?
Now we'll try to do the big one. Come on down. So if you're here for the proclamation, please come up. We're going to have to get people in the back. Lynn, we're going to need your help.
I'm going to ask a lot of the gentlemen to come to the back row, especially if you're up the taller. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Can you say Happy Diwali?
Happy Diwali, yes. Happy Diwali.
And when does it actually begin?
On the 20th. Actually, 18th. 18th. So 18th, 19th, 20th. Yes. Thank you so much.
How are you?
Nice to meet you. For the first time. Really.
Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. How are you? Hello. How are you? That's a way to empty the chamber. Lynn, you want us here or on our seat?
You're short. Or no.
Kathy, we're breaking a record here. We're breaking a record here. At least we have a lot of firefighters.
You sure? Yeah.
All right, happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for coming all the way from Miami.
Tirarme que tirarme a dos.
All right, the next recognition is Cancer Awareness Month 2025. Can I have all the heroes come down here, please?
Come on down.
Oh yeah, they're all gonna.
Just when I thought my job was getting easier. So guys, even as you come down, shake the commission's hand, come around, and then come around the back to line up.
How you doing, buddy? Good. How are you, man? How you doing? Come on, you heard that, right? Always gonna throw digs your way.
Happy on that last one.
Oh, Jesus.
You want to just start now?
All right, so each October, the fire department honors those touched by cancer by wearing a special cancer awareness t-shirt. For the month of October, all the firefighters will wear a pink t-shirt with a lavender ribbon to respect all types of cancer. We also invite the community to our annual Cancer Awareness Pasta Dinner on Saturday, October 25th at Fire Station 80 from 5 to 9 p.m. Tickets may be purchased in advance for this event through the benevolent website at www.coralspringsfirefighters.org. The city of Coral Springs recognizes that cancer touches the lives of everyone in some form or another and is honored to share this recognition. Special recognition, Cancer Awareness Month. In recognition of the work to promote cancer awareness throughout the month of October, and for raising meaningful funds that support cancer research prevention, treatment, survivorship, we thank you for your efforts. We are proud to support your department and the community to educate firefighters, the public, about the importance of cancer awareness. Therefore, we, the City of Coral Springs, and the Commission recognize October 2025 as Cancer Awareness Month in the City of Coral Springs, signed by the entire Commission. You know, Chief, this is extremely special for me. I did lose my mother 7 years ago to cancer, and the effort that you and your staff put in is invaluable to the future of hopefully getting a cure for this. So I just want to say thank you to you all, and especially to you, Chief. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner McHugh. We really appreciate all the support that we've gotten over several years of doing this for the community and for our firefighters. Actually, tonight I have one of our benevolent board members here who's just going to speak very quickly on why we do this and what this month means to us and about. Sean Pinella. Sean?
Hi, everybody. My name's Sean. I'm a driver engineer with Coral Springs Fire Department, and I'm the treasurer of the Benevolent. This is our 15th annual cancer awareness. What we do basically is volunteers from the fire department. So the people that, when you call 911, they come to your house. Those are the guys that cook. We prepare the food the day before and the day of, and literally in the bay at Station 80 on Coral Springs Drive. Whoever wants to come by from the community is welcome to come by. It's $8 a plate. Comes with a couple of meatballs and some pasta, a dinner roll, and a drink. All the proceeds will be donated to University of Miami Cancer Initiative and the Coral Springs Benevolent. So it's a great way to come out and meet some of the firefighters that work here in the city.
Thank you. Way to go. You know, it's dark outside.
It's a lot going on.
You're doing this?
I think so.
You're a recipient.
So then here you go. All right, you do it. I don't know. It came.
But you can help pass this out. Is your wife? Okay. Joe, pass this one out. Okay, we have a unique proclamation here, and I'd like to call up three individuals. One of them is John Hunter, Senior Community Library Manager, Northwest Regional Library. John, are you here? Welcome, come on up. I'm going to call up Carrie Serra, who's related to somebody we work with up here. You're going through traffic over there. You need traffic control. And Joshua Simmons is actually going to be a recipient. How are you? Welcome. Good to see you. So I'm going to give you background and then share with you why these three individuals are here as representatives. Established in 1987 by the National Book Foundation, National Book Month promotes reading and literacy across the country. This month-long celebration in October is dedicated to books, emphasizing the importance of reading, writing, and literature, and honoring the nation's best authors and their works. Our city has consistently demonstrated its commitment to education, one of the great reasons why so many of us live here. Reading is essential to child development as it helps build vocabulary and language skills, improves comprehension and critical thinking, and enhances focus and concentration. These vital skills lay the groundwork for academic success and personal growth throughout all of our lives. Celebrating National Book Month in Coral Springs presents an opportunity to honor and showcase a couple of our talented local authors who enrich our community through their literary work. Our libraries regularly host author events, book clubs, and literary workshops that connect readers with writers, fostering a vibrant literary culture. Recognizing their contributions will encourage future generations of writers and readers. The City Commission recognizes that celebrating National Book Month benefits our community by fostering literacy, promoting education, and cultivating a love of reading through our libraries and educational institutions. So here with me tonight on my right is an author, Carrie Serra, who will be invited to share, if you would like, about being an author and what that's like. And we also have with us on our commission, Joshua Simmons, another local author. So I'm introducing you both to Carrie, Joshua, whom you know, and I'm going to hand it over to our local representative from the library to share a few words about National Book Month.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. So I am John Hunter. I work over at the Northwest Regional Library, part of the Broward County Library Division. And, you know, I frequently run into people and they say, oh, are there still libraries? The library here in Coral Springs is visited by over 350,000 people a year, which is quite a few. We offer over 100 programs a month. A lot of them focus on early childhood literacy. We have a local author program where people can submit their work for submission into the catalog. We have electronic resources like BrainFuse, which is literally online tutoring where you're working with a human for paid tutoring. So we do have a ton of resources. We have a very vibrant collection. I know everybody was very worried about the budget situation for this coming year, and the libraries division is funded at almost $91 million, which is pretty remarkable for a large library system, and a lot of that goes into collections. So if it's been a while, maybe think about, hey, maybe I should try and get that from the library, and we'd love to see you.
Awesome. Thank you. So I'm going to hand it over to the Vice Mayor to read what we have for National Book Month.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Special Proclamation, National Book Month. The City Commission of Coral Springs recognizes the vital role of books and reading in our community, serving as gateways to knowledge. We celebrate the talented local authors who call Coral Springs home, enriching our literary community with their creativity and distinctive voices. Our libraries serve as pillars of learning and community engagement, offering access to books, resources, and programs for all residents. Therefore, we, the City Commission of Coral Springs, proclaim October 2025 as National Book Month in the City of Coral Springs. Signed, the entire commission.
I'm Carrie, and I'm both a local author and also was a high school librarian in our community for quite some time. So books are my passion, they always have been. And I write mostly middle school novels, and I actually have a nonfiction picture book for elementary coming out in March with Little Brown, and that one is a true story of 11 deaf men who helped America win the space race. And nobody really knows their story. So I'm also deaf myself. I have a cochlear implant now that helps me hear. But writing about deaf characters in particular is something that I'm really passionate about, to make sure that those kids who were like me when I was diagnosed at 16 can see themselves in books, because I never really saw myself in books. And then I have another one coming out in 2027 as well. So publishing is a really long, slow process once you sell a book, but it's something I'm very passionate about, as I said. So especially seeing all these kids here in the audience, that makes me really excited.
That's wonderful.
Thank you for this. Thank you.
And congratulations on your accomplishments. It's really wonderful. And Sean did not ask for this recognition. I was the one that asked for it to celebrate local authors, and very happy that you're here to receive. Commissioner Simmons, would you like to share a few words?
Sure. Thank you to my colleagues for this wonderful recognition. As a kid, growing up in St. Louis, Missouri, while I had a lot of healthy outside playing time, I absolutely loved reading. That was my way of escaping, not that I was going through anything bad, but just seeing different worlds, different characters, universes, world building. I mean, I was the kid that every night before the book fair came to school, I had everything mapped out on the table like battle plans with all my exact money counted for, books circled, and was the first in line to get my books. And some of the books that I discovered during those periods are still with me to this day. Like I remember being in 4th grade and walking by this book, breakout, and it was Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. And that was with me all the way through to college when the last book came out. So for all the parents and grandparents and caretakers here, please, I know we live in an increasingly digital and screen world, but please teach your young ones the value of actually having a physical book in their hand and turning the pages and taking breaks and coming back to it, because there is nothing more beautiful than being introduced to a new world through literature. So thank you, everybody. Thank you.
And congratulations to you, Joshua. I'm going to put, of course, by all means.
There's no way. First, John, thanks for your leadership. We really appreciate you. And Josh, congratulations. That first book, it's always hard.
Hey, Carrie, thank you for helping me.
But this is special for me. You guys are probably looking at her like she's smart, beautiful, and how is she married to me? I've been going through that for 31 years, but she's a phenomenal mother. I couldn't have picked a better partner in life. She's incredibly supportive of my career over the years. But we're just so proud to celebrate you in March. The story that she's written is beautiful. And it really is a legacy opportunity for this country to recognize. And one of the things she didn't say is that she helped get them recognized in D.C. And it's the first time that their story has ever been publicly shared. And we're hoping that once her book gets launched in March and April, people will see the value of these 11 men and the change that they made. Without them, we would not have won the space race. And they created medical advancements too with medicine and so on. So I'm so proud that you brought their story to life in a beautiful way. And Huck is very proud of you too. So, all right. All right, Kathy, we're ready.
Thank you. Have a good night. Thank you.
See you later.
You guys have a great night.
Thanks again. All right, couple of mics.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. A lot of wonderful recognitions. Georgia, how many public speakers do we have?
We have 7 signed speakers
All
at
right,
this time.
wonderful. Wonderful. For those of you that will be coming up to the mic to speak during public comment, please be aware that we typically don't engage in any kind of debate or dialogue during public comment, but we'll often respond to what you've shared, whether it's an idea, complaint, or question later in the meeting, or possibly the city manager will. So don't be affronted if we don't respond directly to your question or concern on the spot. And with that, our first speaker.
Okay, our first signed speaker is Scott Agelman.
Scott? All right, welcome.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Commissioners. My name's Scott Hegman. This is Caden Smith.
Nice to meet you.
As of October 1st, I am the new president of Coral Springs American Little League over at Mullins Park. I just wanted to come in here and take this time to introduce myself to all of you. Coral Springs American Little League is a baseball program for kids aged 4 to 16 years old. I've been a volunteer with them since 2019. Caden here has been a player since 2017. It hasn't missed a season yet, so.
Great.
As well as being one of my favorites. He's one of the longest tenured players we have. Just want to come out and say I'm excited to work with the Coral Springs leaders to provide what I strongly believe is a very important service to the youth in our community. Our goal at Coral Springs American is to create an environment where we not only develop youth baseball players, but teach them the critical traits that they need to be successful citizens, like respect, leadership, resilience, and sportsmanship. Additionally, our new board, we have 6 new members and 2, including myself, that are coming back from last year, that were new last year. Our goal is to build community, and some of our inspiration stems from all of the great community events that you all have been putting on out here in front of City Hall, which we enjoy thoroughly.
Great.
We're planning several free events this coming spring, including our huge opening day celebration we're going to do even bigger this year. We're going to try to do a movie night at the park. We're going to invite all the families in the city to come out and watch Sandlot on the Sandlot.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to do some introduction to T-ball events for our youngest athletes. We're also super excited to be participating in this year's holiday parade again. We're going to put everything into trying to win it this year, so remember that when you see us. With all that being said, there are just 2 items on the agenda tonight that I noticed that I just wanted to touch on really briefly. One of them is item 12, which is the prohibition of motorized vehicles on sidewalks, and I believe it includes the parks, if I'm not mistaken. It's been brought to my attention by many of our families, and I've witnessed firsthand. It's extremely dangerous to have the teenagers riding super fast on these motorized bikes through the crowds at the field and little kids. And I'm a 17-year law enforcement veteran myself, so I understand the challenges in enforcing it. But I do believe there needs to be a zero-tolerance policy regarding that in order to keep our families safe. And then lastly, item 18, which is one that I cannot wait to see come to fruition, the turf fields. As you all know, we've had a very tough time this fall, missing more than 75% of our slotted schedule and practices. Our fields at Mullins do need some TLC. We have very low spots that just collect water, and just a little afternoon rainstorm kind of just shuts us down for the day. So as board members, we are willing to assist in any way possible to maintain the fields and get them up to where they need to be for playing.
Thank you.
And just to close out, thank you for your time. We look forward to working with you to provide the kids the best possible experience to play America's pastime. And thank you for the time. Play ball.
Thank you for your leadership. Nice to meet you both. All right, and our next speaker?
Our next signed speaker is Don Geiger.
Hello, welcome.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Commission, Madam CM, I'm Don Geiger. I'm the president of the Coral Springs Clippers baseball program. We are the recognized travel program for the city of Coral Springs. I just wanted to come and say thank you for working diligently to push through the turf fields. I know it wasn't easy. I want to thank Rob Hunter and his staff. I'm like a crazy ex with Rob. I text him all the time. Like, we were getting beat up with fields and rainouts, and we're constantly pestering him. So I know it was a hard thing to finally come to fruition, but day one when we started 5 years ago, we asked him for turf fields, and he said, we're pushing it. Commissioner Sarah, you and I have talked at length about it, so For what it's worth, coming from me and our entire organization, thank you guys for everything, and that's all I got.
Nice to have you with us.
Thank you.
So you don't need that restraining order after all, huh, Rob? Good. Okay, and our next speaker?
Our next signed speakers have asked to come up together. Michelle Melnick, Christiani DeNoble.
And do you all, you're going to kind of tag team?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good.
And before that, we have, if we can approach, pass you some,
You can give it to our city clerk.
say the clerk, okay,
Yeah.
so that you can follow what we're talking about.
Oh, you're approaching, so I thought.
Do you need, if you need more, I have more here.
So the vice mayor reminded me, if you'd be so kind to keep the dialogue flowing or the meeting flowing. If you love something, go like this. If you don't love something, you can go like this, and we'll see you. Okay? You can go right ahead.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Vice Mayor, City Manager, and Commissioners. I am really grateful that I have the chance to talk to you about what I am really concerned about. My name is Christiane DeNoble. I am with Michelle Melnick, who volunteered to speak with me tonight because Joyce Wool could not come tonight. So I am a participant of the SIGS committee, which is a liaison between the city and the community. I am also a member of the Sartori Hall venue, and I am here to talk about 25% of the population of Coral Springs that is over 55 years old. So I will start. In 2023, I and Joyce Wool, representing the Sartori Senior, met with Rob Hunter and Dale Prasda to bring attention to the need of the Sartori membership. The overall goal was to increase the physical and mental health of the Sartori member. Our voices were heard as the following improvements were implemented. Fitness classes size was increased from 50 to 75 participants to alleviate the sizable wait list that we had. Increased in the number of allowed fitness classes went from 6 to 8 per week. Mirrored walls were installed to enable instructors and attendees to check for incorrect position during the class to prevent injuries. Fans were provided to augment the air conditioning. We had an increase in the number of instructors, increased staff part-timers from 2 to 4. We were provided with a foreign language class that we had requested. Repairs were done to the chair to prevent accidents. IT involvement to implement system changes to simplify the distribution of email, providing needed updates of events and changes. So we were very grateful in 2023.
Thank you. Thank you, Christy. I'm just going to continue to elaborate on what Christy is referring to, and this is the state of our current program at Sartori. The loss of our most qualified fitness instructor due to an injury has upended the entire program. All of the improvements implemented in October of 2023 that Christy just referred to have been totally undone. This reversal has had a far-reaching impact. The loss of that instructor who taught 10 fitness classes a week has not been replaced. Instructors now filling several slots do not meet the level of ability of our seniors. The current registration has been reduced from a high of 75 to 45, and it has now been suggested that 35 is the current number of seniors, and I'm referring to participants in any given class. Registration is held 4 times a year and opens at 8:30 a.m. Members can register either online, and if you cannot, then you can use the digital process, or you can come to Sartori. The fitness classes for the fall registration were filled by 8:32 a.m. 2 minutes, they were filled. Only 45 slots were available per class. Only a fraction of the 67 who went to Sartori, some as early as 6 a.m., were able to get into any class before being shut out. 66% of registrations were done online. Those who registered online at 8:30 a.m. were also waitlisted either for some or all of the classes. Currently, there are over 30 members waitlisted per class. The number of fitness classes has also been limited to 6, down from 8. The center had 38 new members in August. Our membership grows monthly and will continue to grow, outsizing the need to accommodate class availability. The current program does not fill the needs of our members, either in availability or with qualified instructors. As part of our request in 2023, a Spanish class was established in 2024 by a volunteer who taught Spanish in high school and middle school. As Saratory declined to find a suitable space to accommodate the size of the Spanish class, it was recently forced to move to the library. One qualified fitness instructor offered to teach a class on Friday mornings, but was told there was no money available. Due to the reduction of class availability, instructors and an inability to expand the size of the center, along with its increasing membership, the program at Saratory is in jeopardy. Friendship and camaraderie provide a strong emotional support among our members, which has now been fractured with the program in disarray. Thank you.
Thank you. I will certainly
I'm not
address.
done.
How
Sorry.
much more time?
Just it won't take long.
Sure.
Thank you. The failure of the program at Sartori to provide quality classes and instructors to meet the needs of its members has prompted Coral Springs seniors to seek alternative programs. Tamarack has provided such a program. Registration there is only required once a year. With that registration, all classes are open to whomever wants to participate. There is a well-rounded program with classes to meet the needs of the member: physical, aesthetic, crafts, art classes, and more. The center provides all equipment: weights, balls, mats, bands, bikes. Automatic doors to all entry and exit, including restrooms. Quality instructor. The staff is always pleasant and accommodating. Sufficient staffing to address all manners of issues. Provides same-day response to any needed repairs. Building is immaculately maintained. Supported by grants and annual charges for Tamarack residents of $45 and $55 for non-resident per year. Tamarack's population is approximately 77, there's a mistake there, it's 77,000, less than, well, about half of what the Coral Spring is at 134. It is open to anyone interested in joining, regardless of their residency. While our seniors would much prefer to maintain program to meet their needs in Coral Springs, they have found a program to meet those needs without compromising on availability and quality. But it is very sad that we have to go elsewhere in such a fine community. And I have people who come to me and tell me things like, my husband died 3 months ago. I have nowhere else to go, and I'm on the wait list for all the classes. My kids called me, and they're really worried about me. And I hear things like this every day at Sartori. When I see the thriving community in Tamarack smiling, going to the... So I don't know what you guys can all do, but I know that the thing that is being built now, remodeled, will not accommodate enough people, and it has only 28 parking spaces for our community, and it will have to be closed 2 hours a day because of dismissal of schools. So I want to tell you, Coral Springs, Sartori, what do we want? We want your help.
Yeah, we hear you. Yeah, you can go like this. So I'm going to do just a very brief response for the moment. And the main thing is to say thank you for bringing this to our attention. I can tell you that we're solution-oriented. We hear your invitation much more than any kind of accusation. And I can tell you we're all committed to all the citizens, including our seniors. And I will be addressing this later on in my commission comments.
I want to thank everyone. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And our next speaker, I asked you guys not to clap, but okay.
Our next speaker is Joanne Shalom.
Joanne? Hi there, come on up. And either mic is fine. Sure.
Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Commissioners. I'd like to talk to you about item 12, amending the ordinance. Allowing e-bikes and other motorized vehicles on sidewalks, regardless of speed limits, raises significant safety concerns for pedestrians, particularly for individuals with disabilities or mobility challenges. Even at reduced speeds, these devices move much faster than the average pedestrian, leaving little time for someone with sensory, cognitive, and physical impairments to react. Today, October 15th, is Blind Americans Equity Day, a powerful reminder of the importance of equitable access to the public infrastructure. The average walking speed for a 50-year-old is just 3 miles per hour, well below the proposed minimum speed for micromobility devices. These statistics don't reflect the wide range of walking speeds and reaction times found in our community, especially among our chronologically mature adults. As a certified orientation and mobility specialist in Coral Springs, I understand the challenges of individuals who rely solely on sidewalks and public transportation to travel to their destinations. These pedestrians deserve the same level of safety as individuals with access to multiple modalities. While the ordinance is being considered under the strategic goal of creating a family-friendly community, it's important to weigh that against growing public health concerns. A July 2024 article by the American College of Surgeons reported that 35% of e-bikes-related trauma injuries involved individuals under the age of 18. There's also the issue of compliance. The Americans with Disabilities Act and the Public Right-of-Way Accessibility Guidelines, PROAG, establish clear standards for pedestrian access. Sidewalks should have a minimum clear width of 48 inches, 60 is preferred, and shared use paths should be at least 10 feet wide to safely accommodate all users. Many of our sidewalks simply don't meet these requirements. Introducing e-bikes and other micromobility devices in these spaces could unintentionally create accessibility barriers and potentially conflict with these guidelines. PROAG also states that micromobility devices, whether in motion or parked, must not obstruct pedestrian access. In practice, we've seen how these forms of micromobility can block walkways and ramps, issues that go beyond inconvenience and directly impact compliance and community well-being. I respectfully urge you to reconsider the proposed amendment. Our sidewalks must remain safe, accessible, and inclusive for all residents. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Our next speaker?
Can I throw in one thing that I did not write down?
I'm sorry?
May I make one more comment that I did not write down?
Yes.
The average e-bike can weigh up to, let's say, 500 pounds. So if it's that heavy and it's in the way, the average person does not have the ability to lift it, to move it out of the way, which poses another obstacle and barrier for access.
Understood.
Thank you.
And our next speaker?
Our next speaker is Bruno Guzman.
Bruno. You look very familiar. It's nice that you were here during the entire meeting.
My name is Bruno Guzman. I am 10 years old and I am in the 5th grade at Eagle Ridge Elementary School. I love baseball and I have been playing with North Springs Little League at North Community Park since I was 5 years old. My family loves that North Springs is a community baseball league. I like that I get to play with kids I go to school with and also make new friends with my teammates from other schools. I love to eat, so I love that we have the best snack shack in South Florida. But most of all, I just love to play baseball. This season, a lot of games and practices have been canceled or postponed because of the crazy Florida weather. Sometimes because of lightning, but sometimes just because the fields are too wet. If having turf fields means more playing baseball with my friends, I will be a happy kid. Plus, my mom will be pretty excited when I can slide home without getting clay on my white baseball pants, too.
We hear
I
you,
vote
Bruno.
I vote for turf fields for North Community Park so that North Springs Little League can be all around the best place to play baseball.
I think you enrolled everybody to vote for turf fields over there. You did a great job, Bruno. And we really enjoy hearing you, and thank you for speaking up. Takes a lot of courage. Thank you, Bruno. Yeah, we can clap for him. You were clapping before. We'll clap for him. That's it's wonderful to have a young man like that. And our next speaker?
Our next speaker is Beth McKeon.
How are you going to follow that, Beth?
Oh, I'm going to follow that. All right, so thank you for
It's all about
having me.
baseball or softball, huh?
It's all about the ball tonight. So I wanted to thank you all. As you've heard, the season has been a disaster for all teams, for softball and for
unfortunate.
baseball. Yes. So having turf fields, especially over at Cypress, we only have 4 fields that our girls are allowed to play on. That is designated for softball. So with that being said, it becomes quite a problem because we have no other place to play. We only have Cypress. And more than 75% of our games have been canceled this season. Now, this goes on every single year during this time. Our fields recently were redone, but the puddles that gather at Cypress, just so that you're aware, they're not like the other parks. I mean, we're talking mud that is like nothing else. The fields are maintained well, but we can't handle this amount of rain. And so therefore, making Cypress turf would be such a benefit. One, to our girls so that they can play on a daily basis and get practice in and actually have games. My personal team, out of 9 games that have been scheduled, tonight was our 4th in over a month. Like, it's a lot of cancellations. And I feel for baseball too, because these kids just want to play ball. They just want to be out there having a good time, getting those experiences in. But Cypress needs some love, more than the other parks, because that's the only parks that we're allowed to play at, is Cypress for softball. And the other thing that we have a lot going on is I have the opportunity to bring in a tremendous amount of teams from out of the area to play in tournaments, but they don't want to come to Cypress because we get rained out, and as soon as like a drip of rain comes, Cypress is considered closed off for the most part. Now, Rob Hunter has worked with us for years, and the crew there is amazing, but we can only do so much with the field when it gathers that much water. So I just wanted to bring it to your attention that our fields need some love across all of Coral Springs. Cypress definitely needs a little bit more because of just the age of the park and the fact that we can only play softball at Cypress. So thank you for your time.
You're welcome. And we will be addressing this later on in commission comments.
Okay, appreciate it.
You bet. Any other signed speakers?
Mayor, you have no other signed speakers.
Would anybody else from the public like to be heard? Hi, good evening, Joe. How are you?
Doing well, Mr. Mayor. Good evening. Joe Morera, 3275 Northwest 114th Lane. I want to speak to you on 2 items on the agenda. Item number 12, as you know, I've been mentioning my concerns on the passing of this item. I know this is the second reading, and there's a good likelihood that the item will be passed, but we just have to be cognizant of some of the issues that have been raised and the concern that this adoption of this ordinance could perhaps have with our residents. I hope that you take that into consideration. And then item number 13, congratulations to our firefighters for the collective bargaining agreement they have been able to get done. My question is, now that we'll be fully staffed with all the apparatus, typically on a call, I believe there are 2 apparatus that go out on every call, and primarily the reason for that because there were only 2 in of the rescue versus 3 now that we're going to be fully staffed. Would that be reducing perhaps the number of apparatus that are necessary when calls are being made out to have the rescue come out and see, especially when it comes to medical calls? I don't know if now that we're going to have a fully staffed rescue, would we require a fire apparatus to go along with it as well? perhaps that's something that can be looked at. And if there is any possibility of reducing operational expenses, that will be a benefit that we will gain by adding the additional personnel. Thank you for your consideration. Have a good evening.
Thank you very much. Would anybody else like to be heard? You can come on up to this mic. And if you'd be so kind to give us your name and your address. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for letting me speak without to make a appointment. My name is Ana Lobato. I am occupational therapist. I don't live in Coral Springs. I live in Delray, but I lived here before. My intention here today is talk a little bit about our autistic kids. Now, we have 4,000 people live with autism in autism spectrum disorder here in Coral Springs. Only a small portion, around 35%, have access to specialized programs to meet their unique needs. Now, that means thousands of families is still struggling to find spaces to where their child can love it once and can play, learn, and simply belong and socializing. That's why I'm here to proposing the municipal program Psychomotricity and Inclusive Activities, a program designed to integrate movement, emotion, and learning. Psychomotricity uses the body as a bridge between the physical and emotional and social world. It helps to improve coordination, balance, sensory regulation, and coordination, and social connection. All through structured plays, sports, and recreational activities can help these child to develop and socialize well and have opportunity to be included in our community. I'm here today to propose a program not just about therapy, but about socializing and asking about the community to create an adapted parks, inclusive sports, and sensory activities to promote for this child they be like socializing and include in all that activities in the city.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, guys.
I think the clerk, though, may need your exact address if you'd walk over to her.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Anybody else from the public like to be heard? Okay, seeing none, public comment is closed. We're up to public hearing, special meeting announcements. And on this page, there are none, then consent. Are there any pulls from consent? If there are no pulls, would somebody like to move it?
Mayor?
Yes.
I would like to move the consent items.
Second.
All right. We have a motion, a second. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, carries unanimously. Thank you. Next is item number 12. It's ordinance 2025-111. It's a second reading, amending Code of Ordinances, Section 18-5.3, prohibition of operation of motorized vehicles, including but not limited to mopeds and go-peds on sidewalks or bicycle paths. Hello, Brad.
Hello, good evening. There are no changes to the ordinance at this time.
Mayor, if I could read the title, the complete title.
By all
for the
means.
record. Thank you. This is an ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Coral Springs, Florida, amending Section 18-5.3 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Coral Springs entitled Prohibition of Operation of Motorized Vehicles, including but not limited to mopeds and go-peds on sidewalks and bicycle paths, providing for conflicts, providing for severability, providing for codification, and providing for an effective date. And this is a request to approve and adopt.
Great. So before I entertain a motion, Brad, if you'd be kind enough to share again a little bit of context and why we came up with the speed limits that we did.
Sure. Yeah, and there's a couple of comments, maybe I'll address those a little bit too, just
Sure.
clarification.
That'd be great.
So as far as the ordinance itself goes, we know that the e-scooters or e-mobility devices, how they're referred to, are becoming more and more popular. We see them being used. This is what we try to do is strike a
You
balance.
can hold the mic a little closer to you.
about that.
You're pretty tall.
Usually it's too low, right? We're trying to strike a balance between the practical use of them, also safety, but more importantly, giving ourselves a chance to do education, as we see mostly juveniles are using these devices on roadways, also on sidewalks. And specifically when it comes to the ordinance, some of the things that we put in there, again, is they can be operated at a very high rate of speed, sometimes 30, 40, 50 miles an hour. We're limiting the speed that they can be operated on a sidewalk to 15 miles an hour, which is pretty consistent with what you can actually go on a bicycle. It's funny, ironically enough, this past weekend, I was riding with my daughter on her bicycle, and I said, I was actually on an e-scooter in my neighborhood, and I said to her, hey, we're on the street. I said, go as fast as you can. She went 17 miles an hour on her bike at 6 years old. So you can go pretty fast on a bicycle. Again, striking that balance there. As far as some of the comments or concerns, and the gentleman in the back about the parks, they still will not be allowed in the parks. That still will not be, it's still prohibited no matter what they are. So, for that concern there, again, we're not opening that up to the parks being used. As far as on the sidewalk goes, the devices that are the larger ones that are heavier or that do go at a higher rate of speed, those are still prohibited. They're not allowed to be operated on the sidewalk unless they're being operated at that lower rate of speed. So again, we put those parameters in there, but more importantly, it gives us the chance to go and do the education to the community. And we put that one caveat in there, which I think is actually very important and easier for enforcement, which is if somebody on one of these devices is approaching somebody who's on the sidewalk walking or running, they have to yield to them and slow down to 5 mile an hour to allow them to pass or go around them.
So I'm going to stop you there. I'm going to reiterate that because it's something that I'd like us all to have that be in 14 font or 16 font, if the rest is in 12. And that is, if you're seeing somebody that is in your pathway, you're supposed to slow down to 5 miles an hour. So, no, yeah, if anybody makes a comment like that again, you'll actually be invited to leave the room because we want to have decorum here. So I really appreciate that. Anything else you want to add, Brad?
Nope, that's it. I appreciate the
Great.
time.
Any questions of Brad? All right, would somebody like to make a motion?
Well, I move to approve.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
We have a second discussion.
I would like to say something, Mayor. I know there is some feedback from the community, and I understand why. As of right now, they are riding on a sidewalk with no limitations. I see it every day when I drive my son to school. I come to my entrance of my community on Westview Drive. Same kid drives 50 miles an hour right through the intersection. If I hit that kid, it's going to ruin my life. Not only ruin his, but it's going to ruin my life. So I'd like to say to Brad, thank you for taking the time to do this and putting specific regulations on this because it needs to be done. Just yesterday, or 2 days ago, I mentioned it to you, driving up Coral Springs Drive doing 45 miles an hour, 3 kids on Surons passed me in the roadway doing wheelies. So there does need to be a crackdown. And I guess what I'm asking also is from Chief Mock to really send out some good education videos on this and really educate the public on the importance of abiding by the ordinance because somebody is going to get hurt. I'm not so much worried about the sidewalk because I think we're locking it down pretty good with this ordinance on a sidewalk. But these parents that are buying these kids these Surons that do 50 miles an hour, what are you thinking about? They don't have driver's licenses. They're not supposed to drive on a roadway. It's careless on the parents' part for even doing that. So once again, thank you for taking the time and the effort into coming up with this ordinance.
Any further discussion?
Mr. Mayor.
Yes, Vice Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I appreciate us being problem solvers and really ensuring that we are continuing to advocate for safety in our community. I know last meeting I asked about accountability. So repeated offenders and individuals who do not abide by the ordinance, how are we ensuring that we are going to hold them accountable, 1, and 2, for repeated offenders, will we be taking away their bike? Like, what is that process? Because like we heard from the community tonight, folks are not going to abide. by our ordinance. And if they don't, they need to know that there will be consequences. And I don't think that this is actually strong enough to hold folks accountable.
So, I mean, there is a potential monetary fine that could come with this, being a violation of city ordinance. But I think, like Commissioner Q is talking about, there's also the education part of this when it comes to parents. I think that, again, by putting this out there with the education plan that we already have, both with the police department, through the schools, and also doing some videos, the communication marketing that they've been working on, educating the parents, and then ultimately you say enforcement, since there are a lot of juveniles that use these. I don't know about you guys, but if I did something when I was younger, and the cops got called, I was more afraid of what my parents would do to me. It gives us a chance, although we can't seize the scooter from them for one of these violations, we can call their parents or have them come pick it up, educate them, and hopefully, allow them to know that their child wasn't operating in a safe manner, and what they could purchase them if they have one that is unsafe for them to have.
Follow up. So if we see through education, through fining, that there is not improvement with the speeding and continuous safety issues, can we go back, revisit this ordinance to ensure that we are a little bit more stringent in holding folks accountable?
Sure. So I think at the last meeting we had, there was a discussion about coming back. I don't know if we said 3 months, but there was a time we were going to come back with some information. And of course, with that information, we can then either make the ordinance more aggressive and more strictly enforced with higher fines. We can bring that back to the commission for approval, or we could go back to a different type of policy. But we'll give you that information, and then if we need to make that amendment, we certainly will.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Brad. That's all for me, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Anything, Commissioner Sarah?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. When this item came forward about a month and a half ago, this commission did not second the item. The item did not move forward. That item looked very different than what you're bringing forward tonight. So there were some modifications and what I'm considering more stringent restrictions to it. The yield and the 5 mile per hour was not in the original. I appreciate that standard, okay? I was not in support of the first reading, obviously, and then second, and would participate in the second. Accountability was big to us, especially in my seat. The data was something that was important to me, bringing it back after 3 months, because I would much rather take a stand on this and try to enforce it than let it go like Commissioner McHugh was saying and just let it be a haphazard approach. I do agree with my colleague, Vice Mayor, about the communication, the education, all those steps. So from my seat, I'm willing to move this item forward tonight, but that 3 month or 6 month revisit is very important for me, and I'm sure my colleagues, because I am wanting to dive into the devil of the details with regards to the data and how it's working, because, you had Joanne come out tonight, you had Scott mention it when he was talking about the baseball fields. Joe, there's a lot of people in this community that are trying to wrap their head around it, but like I said, it looks very different than the original, and I'm willing to give this item a chance for at least the next 3 to 6 months.
Thank you. Anything from you, Commissioner Simmons?
Nope. Looking forward to seeing what comes back to us in 3 to 6 months and go from there. I'm all about pilot programs. We've done a number of pilot opportunities just to see what's going on. The average human on a bike can go between 13 and 22 miles per hour, and we're not trying to get rid of, bikes, but we need to be able to educate. We need to give people an opportunity and then go from there.
Great. So subsection C reads as follows. Thank you, Commissioner. Yeah. Any person operating a bicycle, micromobility device, or motorized scooter, as defined by Section 316.003 Florida statutes, consistent with subsection B above, shall yield and slow their speed to 5 miles per hour when within 25 feet of a pedestrian on the shared sidewalk. So I feel comfortable with that language. I feel comfortable that we will do appropriate enforcement. But as you've heard from my colleagues on the dais, we do pilot programs. Sometimes what we see works, sometimes what we see doesn't work. But we're committed to making things work over time and learning and growing, and especially keeping our residents safe. So with that 5 mile an hour limitation and with good education, I am hopeful that this will prevail in a positive and safe way. Commissioner Sarah?
I appreciate you rereading that, because I think that was a very important thing. And just going back to the education campaign, because I know we talked about it, but we definitely need to make it a really aggressive approach in the schools, because we know that the majority end users are going to be kids in our schools, whether it's private, parochial, charter, small, whatever, doesn't matter. Because if I think we educate and we really get the SROs to have campaigns on campuses and so on, hopefully we can fix this, in a way that we're trying. So I just wanted to bring up the school angle, because I know we talked about it in the past, but just for the record tonight.
Great. Any further comments? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. All right, carries unanimously. Thank you, Brad. Okay, item number 13 is the ratification of the CBA between the City of Coral Springs and Local 3080, Metro Broward Professional Firefighters, IAFF District 11.
First off, I want to say thank you very much to Dale Pazdra on his leadership with collective bargaining. He has been our negotiator in not only fire but police before. Truly appreciate the collaborative effort that he has done negotiating on behalf of me, so thank you. But what makes Coral Springs the culture that we have and the spirit that we have, even in contract negotiations, is that of a collaborative nature with our city attorney's office. So I appreciate them. Clearly on this is within our fire department. Chief, you and your deputies really appreciate your partnership, and that also of the IAFF. So truly appreciate this item, support it, and look forward to hearing how the night goes. Thank you.
Thank you, City Manager Givens. Dale, the floor is yours.
Well, thank you, everyone. I'm excited to be here tonight. As Catherine said, this is a team effort. The level of professionalism that the IAF showed in these negotiations and the desire to collaborate was excellent. Also, Catherine, in her leadership style, changed the way we were doing it, and we did it in a much more, I'll just say, efficient manner this time. So very happy with the outcome, excited to bring forth a contract that I think will take care of our members for the next 3 years and help us reestablish ourselves in the marketplace. I'm available to answer any questions, but first I'd like to take a moment to thank my team and recognize them. I'd like to invite down John Atwater, Patrick Staub, and Chief Whalen, as well as Kathy Rule, to come down here as well. It was a complete team effort, and not everyone from the negotiation team could be here tonight, so I'd also like to recognize Thomas Hayes and Sean Pinella from the union, and Ileana Kirakidis, who was excellent with all the budget evaluation of it, as well as Tamara Dawson from HR, Mike Moser and Jason Gonzalez from Fire Administration, and Andrew Dunkeel from the City Attorney's Office. Truly a team effort, and I'm very pleased to present to you something that the membership has voted on. We're hoping and recommending ratification tonight, and it's a good path forward for us. And we appreciate your confidence in us in the process, and appreciate Catherine for all her trust for us to make it happen. Any questions?
Any questions? Vice Mayor.
Not so much a question, but more so a comment. First and foremost, I want to reiterate our commitment to our firefighters and want to say a huge thank you to city staff, especially under the leadership of City Manager Catherine Givens. I know this is not easy. We have to ensure that both sides are happy and come to a compromise, and seeing the smiles on all of your faces tonight, I'm guessing that we did come to a great compromise, and we are ensuring that we are able to retain an amazing fire staff and department. And so I also want to continue reiterating that to ensure that we remain competitive and we retain while we're recruiting, that we still ensure that we are providing incentives like affordable housing. I know I shared that with you all during the process. Want to make sure that our firefighters can afford to live where they work. And that is something I heard often during my ride along, that folks are commuting long hours or sometimes not even staying in the near vicinity, and that really truly broke my heart. So I really want to make sure that they have the opportunity to benefit from our first-time homebuyer programs, our rental assistant programs, to ensure that they're able to live here and work here. Also want to ensure that we're providing hiring incentives and sustainable compensation packages. I know that is something that was included in this negotiation, but I want to ensure that we're not coming to a place again where we're not as competitive, and then we have to raise the bar again in panic. So want to ensure that as we move forward, that we're able to continue to recruit good candidates, retain the individuals that we have, to ensure that our firefighters continue to be the backbone of our community and they know that they are valued. So again, I'm super happy to support this item when we vote for it and ensure that our firefighters feel supported by this entire commission. That's all from me, Mr. Mayor.
All right. Any questions? All right, we haven't heard a motion yet, correct?
Nope.
Okay.
Move to approve.
Second.
I'm going to give the second to the Vice Mayor. All right, any discussion?
Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
Yep, just shout out to the team, everybody working together. At the end of the day, we know what it is that brings people to Coral Springs. And one of that is our public safety departments, and that is our fire department. We want to make sure that you all continue to be the standard. And we are going to be working very, very hard to make sure that we continue to show that. Because we do appreciate what you all do for our city day in, day out. The unsung heroes, the unsung things that happen out there. It's not just fires that you guys fight. There's plenty of other things out there as well, but we are appreciative and thankful for what you all give to us here in Coral Springs. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Sure.
Mayor.
Any other discussion?
I'm sorry.
Sean, you first, and then Joe.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Once again, team, great job. It was nice to watch from a distance that everything was in order and that everyone was working collaboratively to get this done. I was privy to an opportunity in another city where that was not the case within the last month, and morale was down in the department, even though it's a phenomenal department. So I'm glad that our people in the trenches know that this commission and our staff supports what they do. On behalf of everyone, thank you, because what you all do is important, and it's a critical piece to our deliverables within the city, and something that when we really, really need you, we know we can count on you. So I'm looking forward to celebrating this contract. Hopefully we can build our department even bigger and better, Chief. And John, you know, with your efforts with the union and everything else, thank you. So.
Great, good comments. And Commissioner McHugh.
Yeah, as most of my colleagues said, I'm extremely happy for you guys. I was kind of caught off guard when we had our meeting about the contract and actually saw how below you guys actually were. It kind of floored me. And then, Chief, when you said you're losing people left and right, like nobody left Coral Springs. Between fire and police, nobody used to leave this community. And I will say, I have utilized you guys several times for my parents, and every single time you guys treated them with the utmost respect and care, which was extremely special for me. I'm happy for you guys. You guys deserve it. And I wish you guys nothing but the best in the future.
Anything else? So I really appreciate the collaboration between you all and the consistent communication, the openness to work together. And thank you. That's all I have. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Nope. Carries unanimously. Congratulations. All right. Next is item number 14, Resolution 2025-034. It's a revision to our city's donation policy.
It's a resolution of the City Commission of the City of Coral Springs, Florida, accepting and approving the revisions to the city's donation policy, authorizing the city manager to accept donations to the city that do not exceed $75,000 in value, requiring all donations in excess of $75,000 in value to be brought before the City Commission for approval, providing for conflicts, providing for an effective date, and this is a request to approve.
And Mike, I've seen you, but I haven't had a chance to say hello.
Well, hello. Good evening. I brought this forward as a request to align with the purchasing authority for the city manager. As we continue to grow in our events, in our program through the center and other areas, our hope and desire is that we do get larger donations and in the next resolution, larger sponsorships. So it's a request to approve.
I appreciate the resolution. It's a request to approve. Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Carries unanimously. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Next is Resolution 2025-037, revision to the city sponsorship policy.
The resolution of the City Commission of the City of Coral Springs, Florida, accepting and approving the revisions to the city's policy for solicitation of sponsors, authorizing the city manager to accept sponsorships that do not exceed $75,000 in value, requiring all sponsorships in excess of $75,000 in value to be brought before the City Commission for approval, providing for conflicts, providing for an effective date, and this is a request to approve as well, Mayor.
This is the same justification to align with the spending authority, and in addition to that, I'd like to put a challenge out to our community and our communications and marketing that in the next year we bring forward a sponsorship that needs your approval, and seeing that it'll be above 75.
All right, very good. The request to approve?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, carries unanimously. Thank you, Mike. Next, Chad is going to present on roadway milling and resurfacing. It's a request to award the contract for bid 25B-018F to roadway milling and resurfacing to Weekly Asphalt Paving of Pembroke Pines in the amount of $1.5 million.
Evening. This item is 100% funded by rehab and maintenance surtax funding to the sum of $1.5 million to Weekly Asphalt. The 4 communities that would be milled and resurfaced would be Kensington Glen, the portion of Rimsburg Drive from Coral Springs Drive into the community, Beechwood Heights, and all of Westview Drive from North University over to Coral Ridge Drive.
Great, and again, what's the source of funding?
It's going to be rehab and maintenance surtax funding, R&M funding.
Gotcha. Any questions before we entertain a motion? Okay, we'll entertain a motion.
Move to approve.
Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Carries unanimously. Thank you, Chad. And next, you're here for the HVAC replacement, repair, and maintenance services.
Yes. Item 17 is a request to award to Advanced Roofing, doing business as Advanced Air, to the sum of $125,000, same amount as last year. We utilize this vendor to do miscellaneous HVAC improvements throughout the city at different facilities.
Okay, it's a request to renew and authorize. Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Happy that both of these went to Broward County companies. I like to see that.
Thank you.
All right, any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, carries unanimously. Thank you. And last one before Commission Communications is artificial turf and tracks with installation, item number 18. It's a request to award contract 26B-02M for artificial turf and tracks with installation, related materials, and supplies, utilizing pricing from Sourcewell Contract 03-1622-AST to AstroTurf Corporation.
Rob
Welcome, Rob.
has brought this forward. This is not the first time, I will say, that Rob has brought this forward. And he continues to bring data, he continues to bring a story, and to hear some of the community on this truly rally behind it. I really appreciate his leadership, his tenacity to continue to say this is necessary in our community, because we say we are premier and we want our parks to look premier. So I do very much appreciate your leadership on this. I appreciate our Parks and Recreation staff, and also appreciate Brad McKeon on also being a part of this. So thank you, Rob. Please continue.
Thank you, Rob. Go right ahead.
Yeah, I just get a little insight on this one. This will help obviously the issues that you heard about, the people we're talking about today. Also, this is good stuff that we're bringing here. It has better drainage. Some of the questions we had, is it hot and heat or whatever? So we paid a little extra to get the better turf out there for better drainage. And what they do now is we used like a little crushed lava rock in the base, what actually helps absorb the heat that makes it 10% cooler. It's the same base as we use for our soccer fields. So we spent a lot of time on this. Like City Manager Givens said, we spent years on it to try to sit there and make sure we got the right stuff for these parks. So we're starting in NCP, and then we got 3 other parks to do.
NCP being North Community Park.
North Community Park, yes.
Gotcha. All right, any questions of Rob?
Mr. Mayor?
Vice Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Rob, thank you so much for really hearing the concerns that I brought forward, especially around heat.
Yes.
I want to make sure that our residents who are playing on the baseball field are safe. And as you know, we live in South Florida and it gets extremely hot. So I want to make sure that they feel safe. And also in terms of the drainage, I don't want to go ahead and turf and avoid flooding, and then we still get flooding because the water can't seep through the turf. So Bruno sold this for me. After hearing him speak, how could I say no to this item? So thank you to you and your team for ensuring that our city looks aesthetically pleasing through our parks, and as well as adhering to some safety measures and making sure that folks who play on the turf are safe. Appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
You're welcome. So it says that the fields will be completed by early 2026. That sounds fast.
Yeah, we were ready. We're planning, and
Great.
it's a time-sensitive thing because we wanted to make sure we weren't interrupting anybody's season. So I worked with NCP, the Clippers, and CSA to say, hey, look, if this happens and we want to get these fields in and complete so we can have a spring start so they'll be available for the spring season, is there any way we can work so they can play on each other's fields? So they're sharing facilities right now just so we can get this done for early January for the spring
Great.
season.
Great. Any other discussion? Yes, Commissioner Sarah.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just Rob, phenomenal job. I've been watching this unfold for the last 5 years. It separates us in a huge way. It's going to build morale within our programs and hopefully bring more kids in. The coaches are like through the moon on this, as you witnessed. So I know it was you and a team, but you know, I look forward to supporting this item, but also watching the fruits of your labor for many, many decades ahead. So great job.
Thank you.
Great. Any further discussion?
Mayor, just one quick thing. Rob, just touch on what I asked you when we discussed the briefing about how it's going to free up a lot of your parks employees to be able to do other repairs because of the less maintenance to the ball field.
Yeah, this is a big win for not just the residents and the teams and the organization, but for us. We spend a lot of time, almost 40% of our time, doing dirt infields and ball fields. And I'm going to answer one of Commissioner Sarah's questions he asked me a while ago. And years ago, these fields can be up to 30 or 40 years. They weren't put on the right ground. So it cost us, we did improvements already to Cypress Park only 2 years ago, and we had to jackhammer out coral. So actually, we installed baseball fields whenever they were installed back in the day on coral rock, which doesn't help you when you have a solid base. It kind of moves around and creates puddles. This will resolve that because we'll level it off, we'll put the base on there, and we won't have those issues no more. And that helps us with staff, overtime, tournaments, events, rainouts that they said, repurposing our vision to help with the city's budget goals and commission goals of aesthetics and everything else, making sure that we can do the detailed stuff that we were having a hard time doing because we were spending so much time on the ball fields. So I want to address one more question that we talked about in your meeting because everybody's been concerned about this too. The company that comes out here, they do show up twice a year as part of this to make sure that the speed of the play on the turf is safe. So we do use the sand and the pellets in there, and they do this meter where they measure the speed of the ball from home plate to shortstop to first, second, and third base just to make sure that it's playing the same as we do right now on the dirt fields. So it is like playing like they always played on dirt fields. So the speed of the ball will be the same speed, but it won't have all the bad hops that you talk about with all the undulations you have on an infields after people beat it up time and time again. So I thought that's a huge safety thing that we do, and if we feel that it's unsafe, they have a representative down here that'll do it more than twice a year if we need to.
Thank you, Rob, for amplifying that, because safety was a concern of mine.
Right. All right.
And Bruno's mom, how happy are you going to be? Not have to clean pants?
All right, with that, we'll take a vote. All in favor, please say aye.
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 All right, carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Rob. All right, Commission Communications, who would like to go first? All right, Sean Sarah.
start by saying that Move with the Commission really does work. And I had a lot of fun playing pickleball. And I see Nicole in the back. I'm going to ask Nicole to stand. If you could, just wave, because she's here. I think this might be one of her first commission meetings in a while. And we were playing pickleball. She was on the same court. She beat me. She was playing with Arthur, and I was playing with Judy. But we were out there having some fun and enjoying getting some exercise. And it's really good to see you in Chambers tonight. Really good to see you. So hopefully we'll get you more involved in some committees. And I promised Catherine that we would get someone with staff with her since she's here, because she wants to get involved. She wants to, learn more about how she can help. So good to see you, Nicole. Thanks for appeasing everybody standing. I just want to say thanks to everyone that was involved with redefining our schools. Ultimately, we had an opportunity to go to Coral Springs a couple of weeks ago talking about our middle schools and reimagining what could happen. And I was happy to see that we had a united front, and we had great leadership through Catherine and Lynn and everyone else that was there. This is something that obviously we got to continue to be a good partner on and ultimately find ways to support our schools. So I want to, just say to my colleagues and to the staff, you guys, it was a good night for us in a sense of just making sure that our residents know we're behind them. But more importantly, our students and the people that are working in the schools. Oktoberfest was my first time. I can't believe I'm saying that but in previous years, I always was traveling to one of my kids' games. But great job, Mike McNally, your team, everyone that was involved. This is a really special night. It's good when 5,000 plus, was it 5,000, maybe more? And I like what's shaping up with that green space. It looked like it was working a little bit more efficiently out there. So looking forward to also an opportunity to grow that vision. Bruno, you speaking tonight just warmed my heart. Thanks for standing and waving. I love it. It's good to see you out here advocating for something that you and your family feel very passionate about. I'm glad the commission passed it. We look forward to those turf fields getting in there and you really benefiting from it. And you did great when you spoke, so phenomenal job, buddy.
And it looks like your sister is proud of you, too.
What's your sister's name? Melanie. So good support. Congratulations to your family. Thanks for coming. And during this entire meeting, that's strong.
We're impressed. We are very impressed.
Chamber breakfast, once again, Coral Springs, Coconut Creek coming together. Great collaboration, great opportunity to grow. I had a tremendous visit to Coral Springs Charter. I love going to our schools, all 19 of them. But yesterday I was at Coral Springs Charter. Principal Robbins greeted me at the door. Great first impression when I was checking in. Everyone very on point. Had a good opportunity to go to Mrs. Brand's class and talk to her leadership kids. Most of them were ninth graders. And I left that classroom saying that the school is in good shape for the next 3.5 years, because these ninth graders were asking phenomenal questions and really, really wanting to learn how to grow as a leader. So, Mrs. Brand and Principal Robbins, thanks for the invitation. If you would like to try to get a hold of me, I can be reached on all social media handles, but also on my cell phone at 954-612-7114. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Commissioner. So Sherry reminded me that I thought I had a motion a second for number 18. I didn't. So this is for the artificial turf and tracks. I'm looking for a motion to approve item number 18, request to award and authorize.
Move to approve?
Second.
Okay. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Now it really carries unanimously. Yes.
Can I just add one more since you haven't done anyone else?
Sure.
Give it up for Sherry, because you have been the best partner here. And Georgia, Sherry.
Great.
All right, listen.
Good teamwork.
You both get the credit. But listen, you are an upgrade to when I'm compared with you. And I want to be on the record that you are an upgrade. And it's everything. Just the way you read the items, just with efficiency and strength. I mean, the meetings in the past. Whew. Almost. It's almost.
Going to
but-
send that part of the video to John, for
Yeah,
sure.
Please do that cut, because I want him to see it for life. And anytime he's out is an opportunity for us to just, bond. Yes, yes.
I love it. I love it. Would you like to go next, Vice Mayor?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to Melanie and Bruno for staying the entire meeting, not only staying, but speaking. I just want to reiterate that your voice is so powerful. As a commission, we value our youth, we value civic engagement, and so you being here and sharing your thoughts and advocating for what you believe in and what you want to see in our city is extremely important to us. So Melanie and Bruno, thank you for being here, and also thank you for leading us in the pledge, and you're welcome anytime. Also want to raise concerns that were brought to us this evening, especially around the seniors. I know we've had conversations in the past, City Manager Givens, around the seniors, and you and Rob Hunter and team have been working diligently to ensure that their voices have been heard. I have seen some new programming and have seen some changes, but what I'm hearing tonight is that our population is aging and that we don't have enough space to accommodate them. I know we have a new facility coming into play shortly, but is there any way that we can increase our program sizing and ensuring that multiple events are happening in different places in the city just to meet that capacity? We're hearing that these meetings are not just a place for them to be active, but it's also an emotional support. And I know mental health is very important in our city, and I want to ensure that they feel supported here.
Happy to comment on that. One, I do appreciate, they left. I was looking for them. I do appreciate all resident feedback. I know our Parks and Recreation Department and within them do meet and regularly talk with the seniors, our youth, all our different age groups. So I do appreciate what staff is doing. I do appreciate staff trying out different programming, and that was something that the commission asked. So I think that while we continue just to kind of add programming, we also have feedback and we listen through data on what people like as well. I do agree that as we have maybe seniors are that age is starting to, I'm looking at, I guess, within 10 years of being in that category if we're talking about that. So that's kind of interesting, so that I think that, we have a lot of different interests there. The more we can do inside and outside, the better. We do have a facility coming online the first quarter of 2026 that will help. And then we also have another entity coming in for our youth. So at that point, we can sprawl out more locations. So thank you very much for anyone who wants to give us feedback. And I will continue to work with our Parks and Recreation Department on how we can meet the needs of our residents. So thank you.
Thank you, City Manager Givens, and also would love to be a thought partner in that process. I know I acted as a liaison previously, so they still text very frequently, and so they love dancing with the seniors. I'm looking forward to being a judge this year, but they're asking for more programming like that, and so looking forward to being your thought partner in that process.
Me too. Me too.
Awesome. Thank you. Want to give a quick shout out to Zion Benjamin, who is also a local author, and because it's Author Appreciation Month or Author Month, want to give him a shout out. He's 8 years old. He has written about 2 books. He's a member of our community, and just really want to quickly give him a shout out and encourage him to continue writing and continue ensuring that his voice and his creativity is reflected in the books that he writes. So congratulations to you, and continue writing those books, Zion. Super proud of our sustainability milestone. I was cheesing from ear to ear today as we receive the LEED certification cities. I remember, Catherine, you remember this vividly, when I was advocating for a sustainability office and seeing the all of the great things that have come out of that office has been truly rewarding. And so this milestone reflects our collective commitment as a commission to be a greener, more resilient Coral Springs and to ensure the best quality of life. So I'm super, super proud of Dr. Lamartre and her team for really, really executing this amazing milestone and all of the great work that she continues to do through that office. Also want to continue giving them kudos. We attended the Broward Resilience Leaders Roundtable today. I know Chad, his team, he had a representative there from Public Works, as well as Dr. Lamartre, and it was beautiful to see that we set the standards in that room. A lot of cities were replicating a lot of our initiatives, and I'm looking forward to seeing where we continue to move in the next year to 2 years as we continue to meet our climate action plan and our resilience plan internally. A quick community spotlight. It was a pleasure attending the Greater Fort Lauderdale Alliance annual meeting with my colleagues, and super proud that we were highlighted because of our local businesses. Welcome Lupin Pharmaceuticals and CTS Engines for making Coral Springs your home. It put Coral Springs on the map, and I look forward to continue working with you all in ensuring that we are great partners and that you continue to drive our local economy. So welcome Lupin Pharmaceuticals and CTS Engines. Looking ahead, I'm looking forward to our Fall Commission Retreat that is happening next week, where we come together as a commission to discuss what's next for our city and our KPIs, what we've met, our metrics that we've set for ourselves, and the standards and priorities that we are setting forward. And so I look forward to that and having some meaningful conversation and dialogue with my colleagues. For those who want to connect with me or schedule a time to meet with me, I have office hours every second and fourth Thursday of the month. Please schedule with Luam at 954-344-5911. If you would like to reach me directly, text message is my best form of communication, and you can text me at 954-254-8880. And also love staying connected with you all on social media, so feel free to follow me on social media at CS Commission 3. That's all from me, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Very good. Commissioner Simmons, would you like to go next?
All right, thank you, Mr. Mayor. A lot has happened since our last commission meeting. I want to give a big shout out to staff and all the volunteers and residents for coming out for another wonderful Oktoberfest. It was a lot of good time out there. Tapping of the keg, you know, I appreciate Christine Parkinson's patience with King Ludwig and helping him learn how to tap a keg because he, I think, forgot from last year, even though it's a new Ludwig. But anyway, he learned how to tap a keg, and we was able to assist him with that. But again, it's one of those moments where we all got to come together, and no one was divided by anything that everything in the universe is trying to get us to be. It was just separate. This is an event where we all came together, and seeing everybody out there with their families having a good time is always a blessing to see. Coming up Friday, October 17th at 6 to 9 p.m., we have the opening reception at the Coral Springs Museum of Art, Transitions, a partnership with Sobra Collective. Transitions features a collection of more than 30 works that reflect on moments of profound personal and collective change. Using an array of materials and processes, the artists present deeply personal interpretations of transitions that range from physical displacement to spiritual passage, from shifting identities to evolving states of mind. The Sober Collective is a South Florida-based group of artists that aims to cultivate connection, exposure, and opportunities for visual artists and art professionals in Broward County and South Florida. So everyone, please come out to the opening reception at the Museum of Art this Friday from 6 to 9 p.m., or if not, visit the exhibition during its run. Admission is always free, and we would love to see you in our wonderful museum. What else went down? Oh, to my colleagues, my colleagues, we did a great job showing up for our schools and our communities during the redefining conversations. So if anyone ever tries to fix their lips and say that we don't support or help or be there or protect or defend anything to do with Coral Springs, we got a couple of videos we can show them, or some letters, or anything that we can show them to let them know that we are always here, and we will always do our job to make sure the people in our city feel supported, because that's what this commission does day in and day out, outside of the suits and ties, whether it's going and playing pickleball in the morning, or having the indoor golf coming up, or doing the soca step, or doing everything that you do, Mr. Mayor, because you do a lot. We are always here. So I know I took it a little personal last go around, round one with the school board, and even with some of our residents saying that we weren't supportive. I took that very personal. I took that personal on my behalf and as yours as well, because I know how we show up. This is the show. This here is the show. They don't see everything that we go through with the phone calls or the conversations, the workshops, calling school board members, talking to other residents, talking to other people that are connected to the school board members, talking to staff at the county or any other entity. They don't see any of that, but I know what we do, and I always want us to feel proud. So we should feel proud of ourselves. There's nothing wrong with us feeling proud about the work we have done while being here, because we are doing exactly what we were elected to do.
I do feel the pride.
Yeah, for sure. Lastly, I want to shout out Prem Puri and everybody that came out in the Hindu community to celebrate Diwali and Hindu American Heritage Month. In this time, again, just showing up and being who you are and being authentically who you are is a powerful statement, and I'm very appreciative that they felt safe and felt that they could do that here in Coral Springs, because, again, this is what this leadership does, is that we care about everybody in our city, their background, who they are, what story brought them to Coral Springs, because at the end of the day, when we all live here in this city, we all play a part in making it be that great city that we get to go out and support and show off no matter where we travel in this country or in this world. And with that, my comments are complete. Mr. Mayor, thank you.
Great. Yeah, and as they were departing, so many of them just expressed their deep gratitude and appreciation for us having them here and recognizing them and celebrating their holiday. Good job. Joe?
Thank you, Mayor. What an incredible experience my friend LJ had on Monday. You guys don't know LJ. LJ's a kid I connected with about 6 weeks ago. He's a 6-year-old that's dealt with many health issues throughout his life. Recently developed an aneurysm on his brain, so he's going up to Boston in November to have surgery. And I just want to extend my sincere thanks to Monica Vargas, Chief Mock, Chief Whalen, and all the city employees who made that day so special. Being sworn in as both the Chief of Police and the Chief of the Fire Department, he does wear the police uniform all the time, Chief Whalen, so I apologize for that. But, and to have his own parade was an extraordinary honor, and it's an experience he will cherish for a lifetime. I invite you to join me this Thursday, 6 to 8, at Four Majors Indoor Golf, located at 9701 Sample Road, for Let's Move Coral Springs. I look forward to connecting with everyone and seeing who can outdrive me on the range. Congratulations to the Florida Junior Panther hockey teams who won their division this past weekend at the annual Silver Sticks tournament held right here in Coral Springs. My son's team, led by Coach Mike Simonetti, took the division title, earning the opportunity to compete in Toronto in January. I couldn't be prouder of all the players, coaches, and families who made it such an incredible weekend. I just want to remind you once again about the annual Cancer Awareness Pasta Dinner on Saturday, October 25th from 5 to 9 at Fire Station 80. Purchase your ticket at www.coralspringsfirefighters.org.
Great.
Joe, you cut me off already? Come on. You want to go watch the Panther game, don't you?
I'm good. I love listening to you.
Joe, I asked Chief Whalen the exact thing you brought up about saving some apparatus. You're exactly right. There'll be a lot less sending additional apparatus because they don't need the additional hands. Save on trucks, and it keeps the unit in the zone available for additional calls that come in. And as always, you can reach me at jmchugh@coralsprings.gov or on my cell at 954-740-1165. And please follow me on social media at CS Commissioner 5. Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome, and thank you for your leadership with that young man and making him feel so special. It's beautiful, really wonderful. So this month is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And I share this with you because last week I was moved in a very much impacted by a young lady who sat across from me in my law office, who'd been the victim of abuse, not just physical, but emotional, verbal, and financial for many years. And as she was sitting across from me, I thought, this young lady could be my daughter. And I do family law for a living. I've been doing it for about 25 years. And I was moved enough to decide that I'm going to, join forces however I can with organizations and people that combat domestic violence, whether it's against women or men, and whether it's physical or not. So tomorrow is actually Domestic Violence Awareness Day. Hopeful next year we'll, do something huge to increase awareness and really invite people to be heard and get resources and hopefully take some actions to, share, especially with young people, how you might avoid being or staying in an abusive relationship. So I'm actually wearing purple. I was supposed to wear pink for today, but I'm wearing purple a day early. So if you'd like to support Domestic Violence Awareness Month, I'd encourage you to wear purple tomorrow. There is a hotline that Women in Distress has, although they serve men as well, and that hotline is 954-761-1133. At a future meeting, I'm going to ask if my colleagues would support putting the hotline on our website. You can also text BEGIN, begin, to 88788. And I would encourage you as well that if you suspect somebody might be a victim of abuse, again, it's not just necessarily physical, that you might reach out and just say hello and be an ear, whether or not you know of particular resources or whether or not you've taken down the number for women in distress or the text. And then there's a tag that they share on the Domestic Violence Awareness Month information, and that's the number one knows some, the number one. Everyone knows someone. And if you think about it, every one of us knows somebody that's been a victim of abuse, and I'd love to do whatever I can with any partners to break the cycle. And if you're interested in helping me break the cycle in any of my capacities, you can text me at 954-494-9872. We have today what I did for my moment of silence. The people I thought about were those that perished on October 7th. A couple of years ago. They remain in my heart. I'm grateful that the rest of the hostages came home. Very sad situation. But hopefully these families will be reunited. They'll heal and move forward, hopefully in peaceful ways. I just participated with the Vice Mayor on a walk ride to school with Riverside Elementary and our police department and firefighters, and it was wonderful. Catherine, you were there as well, weren't you? Oh, you were in my vision then, and it was really special. We met a lot of families, met a lot of young kids, and it's just so great that the police department and the fire department do so much for and with our community outside of protecting them every day. They're making relationships, making connections, and let me tell you, what you all do with our community, it makes an impact. It makes an impact. So I just want to thank all the firefighters and the police department that was out there. I recently did a half marathon about a week and a half ago. It's my 12th one, my 12th either full or half. I raised money for veterans, and I raised money for Mental Wellness Networking Alliance, and thank you to those of you that supported me. It's going to sound a little bit crazy. It is a little bit crazy. I have done all 12 of them without truly training. My last biggest run in the past 4 months before the 13.1 mile run was 4 miles. So the reason I say that is not to highlight my craziness, but it's to highlight that I believe that whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. Whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. And in the spirit that we have this kind of conflict, whether it's local, state, national, international. I think if you put your mind to solution, if you put your mind to resolution, if we put our minds together to collaborate in good ways, like Prince and I, we're part of this men's tribe where, you know, men are speaking openly with men about challenges, whether it be personal, financial, business. Put our minds together to focus on what's ahead. And it's kind of like what I said earlier. I don't know if it was this meeting or the prior meeting. You know, it's a lot easier to invite people to do the right thing and then potentially get the right thing than necessarily to accuse people for doing the wrong thing. Because often when we do that, we kind of get defensiveness, you know, from the other side. So that's just a piece of my 2 cents, maybe 5 cents. Today's also National Chamber of Commerce Day. We have a great Chamber of Commerce. They did not promote it before, but hopefully they'll promote it next year. We have a really great chamber. We're combined with the city of Coconut Creek. I see a few members here in the audience, and they just do a great job connecting the business community. And the last thing I want to highlight is Community Chest. I want you all to know that there is a volunteer organization that's 501c3 in the city that helps people that need help. And it could be help with a light bill, it could be help with rent. And I believe the website is communitychest.org. I have it right, communitychest.org. And I think they look for volunteers. If you want to volunteer, it might be a good organization. You can also find out a lot of volunteer opportunities on coralsprings.gov website. With that, I believe I'm concluded, and we will go over to you, our city manager.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Commission. As you know, every Commission meeting, I do like speaking and making comment to the public on some of the cost-saving measures that we are doing in the city, and this means that we're seeking ways to be able to not have to use city budget dollars, which is what we call, AKA, the general fund. So as this commission's aware, our team aggressively seeks local, state, and federal funds for projects and initiatives, and this was most evident during our recent grant award of $2.4 million for a SAFER grant. And that is really important. This is something that we've been working on for probably almost a decade now to try to get every year. Again, tenacity on if you don't get it, then keep on trying to find ways to do it. And we did secure that weeks ago, so I'm very excited about that. Our budget and sustainability team has compiled a 2025, with the help of communications and marketing, annual grant funding report, and this is something that we have turned into a comprehensive report. What grants that we have sought after, which grants that we did receive, and what are we doing with that? And so I did want to make this go into record. That being said, Ileana, who leads this department, please share a little bit about this report.
Good evening, Ileana.
Good evening. As City Manager Givens mentioned, this report really is the highlight of our small little 2.5-person grants team. All that they have done, they have brought in $6.9 million for fiscal year 25. This has allowed us to enhance existing services, to take funds that would have gone to services, and now we've got grant funding, and now we can do other things to continue to make this the premier community in which to live, work, and raise a family. This is what our grants team helps us do. There's a report here. It's showing the source of grant funds. It's not just the funds that we are applying for. They are the grants that the city receives in through like CDBG, Home, SHIP. That's all coming into the city. Those are funds that come to our residents to do work for many different things, and we're hoping that this report helps highlight all of that information. And I do want to thank our communications and marketing team, because without them, we wouldn't be able to put something this fabulous together. We are data people. We are not graphical people, but we do appreciate them for all that they do, because they make us look good, and I really appreciate them.
Great.
If you have any questions, more than happy to answer them.
Any questions?
Well, thank you, Ileana, and thank you to the team. I think what makes our grant department so, when we say few, is the fact that we have that culture here in the city of Coral Springs, that every department, it's up to them to be researching, it's up to them to be bringing that forward. Yes, we do need to have a central point of contact within our grants team, but it really is something ingrained in all our departments, and it's hard sometimes to report on it after the fact that you get a grant. So it's work to be able to go out, get the grant. When you get the grant, then go back and report on it. So appreciate that continued work there. And I appreciate the businesses, because there are different things that in there that we do try to help in businesses as well. So it's interesting, this past week, there's been so many different things with businesses. The Greater Fort Lauderdale Alliance Dinner, the chamber breakfast this week, even with our realtors, there was a mayor's breakfast on Friday that I know, Mayor, that you spoke at. So it was, there's been a lot when it comes to raising up our businesses, making sure that we are promoting our local businesses and being local in Broward County. Again, going back to the agenda, we have, I'd like to highlight item number 15, the roadway milling and resurfacing, $1.5 million funded through the penny sales tax surtax funding, so not the general fund. I'm going to go back to the contract. John Atwater, I'm going to call you out by name, and Patrick Staub. I really appreciate our conversations. They've been meaningful to me, and appreciate the work that you do for our members, because at the end of the day, those are the people that are going out and helping our residents and our businesses and our visitors in the city of Coral Springs. So I appreciate your time, the times that we spend together, not regarding this CBA, on other things, but even in the CBA, clearly. To the chief, the prior chiefs in the room, and those that have trained, chiefs that aren't in the room that have trained me, I value you. We serve together, and I thoroughly enjoy it. Our conversations are not always easy, but we have always been respectful, thoughtful, and I put my complete trust in you, and you all are the ones that are guiding, leading the men and women, receiving the call, responding to the best of their ability, which is an honorable call in life. And I just really appreciate our Coral Springs Parkland Fire Department men and women. So thank you very much for that. While talking about our fire department, you've already highlighted the fact that we have a pasta dinner coming up. I'll be there. It's Saturday, October 25th. Looking forward to rolling some meatballs on Friday and then hitting it out and seeing the community enjoy their experience as well. Looking ahead to this Saturday, Parks and Recreation are hosting a kid-friendly Thrills and Chills at the Coral Springs Gymnasium. So, Rob, I'm sure you're going to be, you and your staff are going to be there enjoying that. Again, details can be found on our website. As a reminder to the public, our next commission meeting is a morning meeting starting on Wednesday, November 5th at 9 a.m. here in Chambers. And thank you very much for the time. That concludes my comments.
Good job. All right, City Attorney.
Nothing this evening, Mayor. Thank you.
Very good. Everybody have a wonderful evening. We're not adjourned. I did have a question that was brought up, so sorry, fooled you, not intentionally, about the Cypress Park parks. I know when I visited with Rob and Brad, there were some solutions Rob was sharing. Do we have any intentions to make those fields artificial turf fields?
So in the current, for the current agenda item, that will be for North Community, because that's what funding we need for that. However, when we're looking at other placements at that point, we haven't decided what, I know we talked about it during the budgeting process, but, hearing that, and I'm sure we'll take that into consideration along the way for Cypress.
And if you can update us what you might have in mind, whether it's at the next meeting or workshop or sometime after that, that'd be great.
Happy to, and I just got to be able to say, Sherry, it always is a pleasure. The City Attorney's Office, even under John Hearn's leadership, fantastic. Sherry, it's always a pleasure working with you.
Same.
Well, Catherine, day in and day out.
All right, now we're adjourned. Have a good night, everybody.